Hi, I'm Lauren Leslie. Welcome to Shell Point today for the weekend of November 14th, 15th, and 16th. Today we have all the happenings around the point for you. Pastor Andy Hawkins is going to stop by with an inspiring word and will tell you about all of next week's Academy classes. We have all kinds of excitement for you today, so keep it right here. But before we get to any of that, we do have a quick word about a program happening on Saturday. Step into an evening of wonder and surprise at the annual Illusionist Show, a much anticipated fall tradition on the Tribby stage. Dazzling illusions, sleight of hand, and jaw-dropping feats will keep you guessing and leave you amazed. This popular event does quickly fill up, so reserve your free tickets today at the Tribby box office and be part of all the magic. The magic starts on Saturday at 7 o'clock in the evening in Connie Brown Hall. Well, now let's see what's happening around the point. And here's what's happening around the point. The movie in the Tribby this Sunday is At Eternity's Gate. This is a biographical drama that explores the final years of Vincent van Gogh's life, focusing on his struggles with mental illness and his relentless pursuit of artistic truth. Directed by Julian Schnabel and starring Willem Dafoe, the film offers a vivid, introspective portrayal of the painter's emotional and creative journey. Don't miss it. That's this Sunday in Connie Brown Hall. Movie starts at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, Monday's trip on the Susie Q is to Fuzzy's Boat Shack on Pine Island. This restaurant serves up laid-back island vibes with fresh Gulf seafood and a waterfront bar where the Susie Q can pull right up. The atmosphere is old Florida casual. The Susie Q leaves the dock on Monday morning at 10 o'clock and will return about 2 in the afternoon. Do be sure to call your concierge for tickets. Tuesday's concert in the Tribby is Muriel Anderson. Muriel is one of the finest guitarists in the world, known for her virtuosic technique on her harp guitar that has to be heard to be believed. Her genre-spanning performances blend classical, folk, jazz, and world music. She was the first woman to win the National Fingerstyle Guitar Championship and is celebrated for her warm stage presence and innovative compositions. Don't miss that concert on Tuesday night in Connie Brown Hall. It starts at 7 p.m. Do be sure to call the box office for your tickets. Well, Thursday is our season opener event, Meet Me at the Boardwalk. Step into the charm of the boardwalk as we kick off a brand new season together. Stroll along the Woodlands Boardwalk and enjoy classic treats, some lively entertainment, sailboats on the lake, and the joy of gathering together by the water's edge. It's going to take you back to the days of Coney Island fun. That's this Thursday at the Woodlands from 4 o'clock in the afternoon until 7 o'clock in the evening. And now here's David Nelson with what's happening in the Academy next week.
Hello, Shell Point. This is your Academy and Volunteer Manager, David Nelson. I am thrilled to preview another wonderful week of activities and classes being offered to our residents. On Monday, November 17th at 10 a.m. in the Grand Cypress Room, resident Seth Mendel concludes his popular World War II series with an exploration of the war's final months, covering FDR and the Yalta Conference, the fall of Hitler and Germany's surrender, MacArthur's return to the Philippines, and the Enola Gay's historic mission. On Monday, November 17th at 2 p.m. in Connie Brown Hall, the Sanibel Historical Museum and Village, along with award-winning filmmaker Ken Sneeden, presents a special screening of Storm Stories, shown publicly for only the second time since its premiere. This inspiring documentary focuses not on destruction, but on the resilience, the compassion, courage, and community spirit that rose from Hurricane Ian's aftermath on Sanibel Island. All proceeds will go directly to the Sanibel Historical Museum and Village's future documentaries. On Monday, November 17th at 3:45 p.m. in the Grand Cypress Room, the Naples Council on World Affairs, along with journalist Edward Luce, U.S. National Editor at the Financial Times and author of ZBig, shares insights into the life and influence of President Carter's National Security Advisor, Zbigniew Brzezinski. Luce will connect Brzezinski's strategic thinking to today's global challenges. On Tuesday, November 18th at 10:30 a.m. in the Grand Cypress Room, Art historian Carol Johnson traces how 19th century painters of the Hudson River School helped define America's artistic identity, celebrating the nation's landscapes, spirit, and ideals while distinguishing New World art from Europe's traditions. As a reminder, these classes are quickly filling up. Please register through Wellzesta or at the concierge desk to save your spot. On Tuesday, November 18th at 4 p.m. in the Grand Cypress Room, Dr. Tom Chemarusti will present a lighthearted musical journey featuring turkey tunes throughout history. From Bernstein's Turkey Trot to Chabory's Ballad of the Fat Turkeys, come ready to sing along as we celebrate Thanksgiving with humor and harmony. On Wednesday, November 19th at 8 a.m., residents will depart from Center Court to explore the Everglades for an Academy on the Go with historian Cesar Becerra. This day-long educational adventure will examine the wetlands, ecosystems, wildlife, and conservation efforts firsthand while visiting iconic stops like Robert Is Here and the scenic Flamingo Lodge. On Wednesday, November 19th at 1 p.m. in the Village Church, resident Steve Canton explains how wetlands form, function, and vary across different ecosystems. From beaver dam valleys to Florida's vast marshlands, learn how these vital habitats sustain biodiversity and protect our environment. On Friday, November 21st at 10:30 a.m. in the Reserve Enclave Clubhouse, residents will discover how the mind shapes behavior and well-being in this engaging session with Dr. Tamara Burgum of Florida Southwestern State College. Attendees will gain insights into the science of happiness, resilience, and aging gracefully through practical, psychology-based strategies for self-awareness and growth. As a reminder, these classes are quickly filling up. Please register through Wellzesta or at the concierge desk to save your spot. On Friday, November 21st at 1 p.m. in the Village Church Chapel, Kelly Few, director of FCCF Coastal Watch, will give an in-depth look at mangroves, the vital coastal trees that protect our shorelines, support marine life, and sustain Southwest Florida's ecosystems. Come join Keeley to learn more about ongoing restoration and conservation efforts. On Friday, November 21st, from 2 to 4 p.m. at Center Court in the Woodlands, residents can help restore our coastlines by caring for a young mangrove. The Sanibel Captiva Conservation Foundation invites residents to drop by, adopt a mangrove, and nurture it until it's ready to be planted. On Saturday, November 22nd at 3 p.m. in Connie Brown Hall, Ken and Dean Nesserode will present Season 5, Episode 6 of The Chosen. Come experience the powerful final days of Jesus' ministry as The Chosen portrays his triumphal entry into Jerusalem, the cleansing of the temple, the Last Supper, and the moment of betrayal in the Garden of Gethsemane. Watch these moving biblical scenes come to life on the big video screen in Connie Brown Hall. Again, my name is David Nelson, your Academy and Volunteer Manager, and this has been your weekly Academy Update. God bless, have a great weekend, and I look forward to seeing you all out and about participating in many of the activities around campus.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Art Chat. I'm Marge Lee, your resident curator here at Tribby Art Center, and we are in the Tribby and in one of my favorite spaces here in the Tribby Art Center, the Arts Library. Now, we're here today because the library is sponsoring a very special event, and here to tell us all about it is Joe Burkhart. Thank you for being on the show, Joe.
Glad to be here. I don't know how much people know about this wonderful library.
Well, this is one reason we're here today.
Right. Well, it's an 1,800 book magnificent collection, and I've had world-class people come in here and tell me that.
Yeah.
But what happened was nobody knew it was here, really, because we're back here. And so we decided to have some talks, and we thought a few people would come in. It ended up, the last one we did, 70 people were in this room. So we had to move to Connie Brown Hall, and we've been there, a couple years now, I think, and we do quite a few of these presentations each year. We'll be doing 7 of them this year in Connie Brown Hall.
And this is called the Great Artist Series?
The Great Artist Series, sorry, yes.
Okay.
And we started that because we thought that people would respond to that, and we feature the well-known artist names. We don't do people who, are new or too modern or too wild for people. And most of them are well-known artists. So
So who do we have coming up next?
we have next is the big November 16th at 1:30, and it's always held in Connie Brown Hall.
Okay.
And we're featuring Hans Holbein.
Now, who the heck is that?
Well, it was Hans Holbein. Hans Holbein was arguably one of the greatest portrait artists of all time.
Okay.
But we have to go back to the 16th century for him.
Okay.
He was actually a German-Swiss man, son of a famous artist, and he came to England because he was a friend and painted Erasmus, the famous humanist.
Okay.
Erasmus was a friend of Thomas More, a man for all seasons.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And
we're in the Tudor period now,
oh
right?
yeah, we're back in the Tudor period. We're back in the 16th century, at the time of Henry VIII and all the tumult that went on during that period.
Okay.
Anyway, Holbein came to England because of Thomas More and Erasmus, and began painting members of the royal family. Lo and behold, it wasn't very long before he became the personal painter of the Tudor dynasty, which at that time, as everybody knows, was going through a lot of tumult, and there were executions. And in fact, some of the people that Holbein painted were executed shortly after he painted them.
So a lot of drama going on.
Check to see who's going to be available next week to paint. But anyway, he did magnificent portraits of Henry VIII, Thomas More, Thomas Cranmer, Cardinal Wolsey, Anne Boleyn, all of the big names of that period. And as everyone knows, Henry VIII had many wives, many executions, and it was a time of great turmoil in England. But anyway.
And who's presenting the talk?
Oh, the talk, yes, that's Linda Kramer. And Linda Kramer is somewhat of an expert, I would say, on art. She probably knows a great deal about Holbein, and that's why she picked him. And furthermore, she's going to talk not just about Holbein, but about the period. So anybody who comes to this will be going back to the 16th century, which is always interesting. And I think we'll get a great deal out of this, both historically and artistically, because you could say this man was one of the greatest portrait artists of all time. I don't know whether you've been or many people have been to the Frick Museum, but if you go there, you will see two portraits, one of Thomas More and Thomas Cranmer. I argue that More's portrait is one of the greatest portraits ever done of anybody, because when you look at him, you can just tell his character.
Well, your enthusiasm shines through. I know Linda Kramer will give a fabulous talk.
And there's a movie with it, too.
Okay, well, remind us again the time and the place.
1:30, November 16th at Connie Brown Hall. That's a Sunday, and we always do these on the third Sunday of the month.
Okay. So a wonderful way to spend a Sunday afternoon. Come on out, enjoy the talk, learn a little bit about Tudor England and this painter, and we'll see you there in Trivia Art Center.
And now Pastor Andy Hawkins is here to bring us an inspirational word as we head into our weekend.
Hi, I'm Pastor Andy of the Village Church, and today's message is entitled, A Mystery for the Ages. Paul says in Romans 11:25, I do not want you to be unaware of this mystery. They were gathered in the Tudor mansion for a much anticipated weekend. A who's who of the English social upper crust, well connected with the British intelligentsia, an inner circle whose mutual admiration society, at least on the surface, was the glue that held their frequent engagements together. The first evening went according to custom, gathering in the afternoon for a proper British tea, then a scrumptious dinner served by one servant, Mrs. White, who did not exactly fit in with the guests, but someone had to do the cooking. And then all retired to their assigned rooms for the night. But the morning brought a shock and dismay. There was a body laying right there in the corridor, one of their own, dead. Not mostly dead, but all dead. And the marks of a violent end were indicative of a murder. They all gathered and stared at the corpse. Then they began to stare at each other. Each one started to process the possibilities. There were only a limited number of people present at this isolated country estate, and there they all were. One of them must have been the perpetrator of this horrific crime. It looked like the body had been moved, dragged into the hallway. Where did the murder take place? And what could have caused the obvious blow to the head that ostensibly brought about the victim's demise? Was it Miss Scarlett, the up-and-coming ingenue, star of stage and screen? Or what about Colonel Mustard, the career military officer whose distinguished career seemed unassailable? Or how about the Reverend Green, the well-known clergyman whose moral rectitude was beyond question? Or then there's Mrs. Peacock, the stylish widow whose wealth placed her as one of the most prominent socialites in the nation. But there's also Professor Plum, the absent-minded academic whose informative monologues on nearly every subject were sought out by this esteemed group of friends. And whoever it was, did they use the candlestick, the dagger, the lead pipe, the revolver, the rope, or the wrench? And did they do it in the kitchen, the ballroom, the conservatory, the dining room, the billiard room, the library, the lounge, the study, or the hall? The possibilities seem endless. This, of course, is the framework for the classic game of Clue, invented by an English musician and factory worker, biding time during the dark days of the air raids and the Battle of Britain during World War II. It was patterned on the very popular British detective fiction writers like Agatha Christie and Arthur Conan Doyle. We all love a good mystery. The genre continues to this day in literature, television, and in movies. But the Bible speaks of mysteries too. It's not that the Bible is a book of whodunits, but biblical mysteries are more about the revelation of things that had been hidden in the past, an unveiling of God's purposes, a glimpse behind the curtain, as it were. And in Romans 11, Paul is concerned with how God's promises to Israel bear a relation to his astonishing grace to the Gentiles. Turns out God had laid it all out in clues throughout the Old Testament. But Paul, through the revelation of God, has put it all together, and he wants us to know how and why God did it. He says, "Lest you be wise in your own sight, I do not want you to be unaware of this mystery, brothers. A partial hardening has come upon Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles has come in." Romans 11:25. Now that's a mystery for the ages. Thanks for listening. I'm Pastor Andy.
Well, greetings, Shell Point. John and I today will come to you from the Island Commons. We're going to give you a quick little tour of the second floor. While there's a lot of scaffolding and everything going on here, we can still give you a sense of where everything is and how the project's coming along. And then we'll just talk a little bit about Vista K and what's happening over there. Kind of more of the same within the building over at Vista K, but we're starting some outside work with a retaining wall along the lagoon. And we can talk a little bit about that. So John, we're here on the second floor of the Island Commons, and we're right at the elevator lobby.
Correct.
Yep.
This is the main elevators that are going to be in this building. And give you a sense, you're going to come up here. This is going to be the elevator lobby. And where we're going to go here to next is we're going to go to the new location of the Fine Art Bank. So that is actually on the south side here.
Yep, so they've got Fine Mark on the right. As you make a left off the elevator, Fine Mark on the right, facing the church.
Right, so the bank is right here at this area.
Yep.
All right. And then adjacent to the bank, between the bank and the kitchen, for the Crystal Restaurant is the new Legacy
Office, which will
offices.
be right about here. Yep.
And that is where all this scaffold is now. So it goes all the way to, those are the new windows for the Legacy offices.
Yep. So Legacy and FineMark are across the hall from each other. So all your financial information is on one floor. You can just go back and forth.
All right.
All right.
And then as we progress towards the east, we're actually getting to the area where the new restaurant is going to be in the main kitchen. So this area here, we've already got the hollow core planks, all right, all installed. And we have a little depression. So right now I'm standing in your new cooler and freezer area.
Yep.
Okay, so this is your entire restaurant. And now what we're doing is we're walking to the north side out of the kitchen, and we're actually going to go to the dining room. So the kitchen stops about where we are now, and then all of this is your new dining room area.
Yeah.
All right, and then through the doors, you go on to your outdoor dining area. So you're going to have inside and outside dining facilities.
So John, on the other side, I know we have employee dining in the back there in the corner.
All the way back in the far corner.
In the corner next to the kitchen, there's employee dining room. There's also restrooms up here in the back for staff and break rooms, and obviously there's restrooms as part of the building. Yeah, and then as a separation of the dining room, and then sliders to the outdoor dining, which we showed earlier. So right here where the camera crew is about the entrance, right? This will be the kind of the entry.
This is the main entrance to the
dining room, right
to
here.
The dining room.
Yep. The dining room is very large, and then this right here is the private dining room.
Right.
So right before you get right inside, so there's a private dining room and the outdoor dining and indoor dining. So we certainly can accommodate all functions. And then along here is the main hallway from the elevator. So if you turn right off the elevators and walk towards the Crystal, the hallway, and then there's living rooms, card rooms, game room on the end down there at the far end.
Little rooms for different functions.
Yep. So it'd be a nice space, nice big windows as well. So as we were mentioning at the Vista K, if you look over at Vista K, you can see where they're digging a retaining wall, which will be along the lagoon there. And that's really kind of the first bit of site work, isn't it?
That's the first bit of site work.
Yep.
It's actually called hardscape because it's actually going to be concrete. It's going to be a little wall, if you will. In between that wall to the seawall is going to be a new brick paver walkway that's going to be about 10 or 12 feet wide. And that's going to go all the way from the south, along the south seawall, goes along the west, and then it will return all the way back to the north side. So it's going to be a very nice function. You're going to be able to walk outside and walk around the lagoon. So that's going to be very pleasant.
Yep.
And it has little niches in it that's going to have actually seats. So you'll be able to take a walk around the lagoon, and then if you see some dolphin or manatees, you can sit down and enjoy nature out there in the lagoon.
Yep. So let's talk a little bit about the Island Commons schedule first. So right now, this week, it's more hollow core plank deliveries.
Yes, starting Wednesday.
Yep.
The area just above us is the area that's going to receive the next hollow core plank. All right, and we're already over here on the other side, and you can start to see columns going vertical on the third floor. And then here in about 3 or 4 weeks, we'll be setting hollow core plank over there on that east section.
Yep.
So it's just like we did the tower. We worked the east side, went to the west side, jumped back to the east side as we go up, back and forth. So it's the same type of sequence of work. All right, and we're looking to top out the Islands Common probably towards the end of January.
Yeah, okay. And then just to follow up on the bank vault and the vault door and everything, so you were going to have the vault door delivered earlier, but now they're just going to, it's coming all at once in December, you think?
It's all coming at once.
Yeah.
What we did is actually, we did a little bit more homework, okay? So there's actually areas that are not going to have hollow core plank above us. There's actually, it's a roof truss system, and that's going to allow us to deliver the bank vault and the pizza oven. So the old pizza oven that you had in the old Crystal restaurant is coming back. And we're going to deliver that also within a roof truss area and then push it into place.
And a cheer went up across Shell Point. The pizza oven is coming back.
All right, good.
Anyway, yep, that's been in storage since we removed it from the Crystal restaurant, and we'll
Yes.
do that little exercise again and bring the pizza oven back in.
All right, so that'll be another project milestone, and I'm sure Adam will want to film it for all of you. All right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right.
All right. Anything new on Vista K? You had a great topping out ceremony last week.
We did.
Yep.
That was, a
really-
way to really
yeah.
show appreciation to all the workers that
Yep.
have been here for a year building the building. We just continue to work on the skin and on the interior, and the sequences from the lower floors going up. So you'll see that progress. Windows are up now on 7,
Yeah.
and we just continue to go up to the top. So you'll see bigger changes here in about a month as we put the actual, I call it the crown that's actually sitting around the top of the roof. So you're going to see that starting to go in place here in the next couple of weeks.
So all right, well, great. And so far, well, so with the hollow core plank deliveries, we will have to close that front parking lot again later this week at the Island Commons building, and everyone's been terrific about that. We really appreciate it. It makes it a lot easier to get those deliveries in and out. And again, just be super careful as you come through the first intersection after the guardhouse. There's a lot going on. John and I were out there talking prior to the filming, and there's just a lot of activity there. So really take your time, and when in doubt, let the other person go ahead. And I think we'll be better for it. And so far, it's been great. All right, and just real quick, just some other things that are going on. Wrapping up the Orchid House, so that's looking great, and landscaping's in there, and we're just working on a few little minor tweaks. And as cold as it's going to be this week, it's probably not the best time for orchids anyway. So that's going on. Flowers are being installed at the entrances around campus, so that's occurring. So again, a lot going on at Shell Point, and thank you for watching, and we'll be with you next week. Take care.
Hello, Shell Point. My name is Lynn Castellano, and I am the Shell Point Library's Book Talk Coordinator. This month, we are looking forward to our annual medical panel discussion, and I'm here with Gail Bachman, who's going to be our moderator. And the topic, as you know, Gail, is going to be on hearing loss and hearing difficulties. So maybe you can tell us a little bit of what to expect, because we want everybody to come November 18th, 2:15 in the Grand Cypress Room. So sorry, Gail, but I wanted to get that little plug in. Go ahead.
Right, and hearing loss, I think, is something that definitely interests all of us. In fact, I just looked up this statistic today that over the age of 70, over 2/3 of people are affected by hearing loss to some degree, and the percentages increase. By the time we reach 90, it's getting close to 100%. So this topic should definitely be of interest to everyone. The book that the talk is based on, or the panel discussion is based on, is called Life After Death, My Misadventures in Hearing Loss and Recovery by Noel Holston. And I will say that it is highly readable, entertaining in some ways, and very informative about this man's journey with a hearing loss, sudden onset hearing loss. He has quite a story. And we're very lucky to have a panel of 3 people. One is Jack Adams, who is an audiologist, and many of you, I'm sure, know him. He has a practice in Fort Myers, and he's available for us Shell Point residents. And the second panelist is Amy Dudley, and she is an FGCU assistant professor of nursing, and she is also here at Shell Point assisting us. The third panelist is a resident, and his name is Len Kurtz, and he has had quite a history with hearing loss and has gone through procedures to have it corrected. And I know everyone will be very interested in what these panelists have to say.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks, Gail. That really gives us something to look forward to. And I just want to remind everybody that the panel discussion this year is a week earlier than usual. So please make a point of putting that on your calendar. It's going to be November 18th. It's a Tuesday. The panel will be meeting at the Grand Cypress Room. And so, again, put it on your calendars and make sure you come, and make sure you bring your questions, because we will be having an opportunity to ask whatever questions you would like to. And if I can give a little bit of a plug, which I did last month too, we were reminded that we used to always have cookies. This was pre-COVID. We always had cookies, and that was a big attraction for a lot of folks. So we're back to cookies. So come have a cookie, listen to a great panel discussion. We look forward to seeing you all. Thank you.
Hi, Shell Point. I am out here at FSW. It is a beautiful Saturday for the Alzheimer's Walk. We are so excited to be here with fellow residents. We have a booth. It's going to be a beautiful mile walk. There's tons to do out here, and we are so excited to be here.
It's a pleasure to be here today. The day is beautiful. The cause is remarkable. People with Alzheimer's really do suffer, and we're just happy to be able to do something to support those who are afflicted and hopefully can find a cure.
Support the Alzheimer's Association. The Alzheimer's Association is the largest nonprofit organization in the world, funding vital research and helping those impacted throughout their journey. Everyone here walking and supporting this organization gives families like mine hope.
I'm at the Alzheimer's Walk for 2025. I hope that next year we will have a huge number of you that will come, because the booths here have information that will help you learn about Alzheimer's and learn where you can get treatments. So please join our group next year and make sure that you go to these booths. As you can see, it's very exciting. It's like a festival. You don't have to walk if you come. You can just come and enjoy the booths, the snacks, the trinkets, the speeches, which are very short but meaningful. And I will see you next year. Thank you.
We're out here this morning checking our vertical oyster gardens on a cold day, and Jason's very brave to be here in his shorts dragging all this up out of the water. The Calusa waterkeeper was here last week, and we checked a few of them, and they were very happy. It appears there's lots and lots of new growth.
Good morning, this is Captain Jason. I'm here with Vicki Greenlee. We're looking at our vertical oyster gardens. So this has been 6 months now. This is one example. All of these, it is low tide, so none of this is underwater currently. So when it was, it would be a little more active, but all these are new oysters that are coming off the sides. You can see these barnacles as well, all kinds of creatures. We got a little crab right here. So there's all kinds of life in here. Each one of these oysters is filtering 50 gallons of water per day and helping our water here around Shell Point. We're gonna do another vertical oyster garden class in April, and we'd love to have you join us. So look out for that. It'll be through the Academy with David Nelson, and I hope to see you there. Have a good day, Shell Point.
Hi there, Shell Point. Monica Tyson here, and today I'm here to invite you to celebrate the heart of Christmas with the Ditchfield family. The Ditchfield family is a group of 25 members and 4 generations on stage singing your holiday favorites. This is happening at the First Baptist Church in Bradenton. On Saturday, December 13, we will meet at 9 a.m. at Center Court, and we will be going to the Cheesecake Factory for lunch at the UTC Mall. This is right in Sarasota. And then right after lunch, we will go to the First Baptist Church to enjoy this amazing traditional Christmas concert. The Heart of Christmas with the Ditchfields is one of the area's famous holiday traditions, and I really hope you can come with us. Registrations are open in Walsesta. So again, this is happening on Saturday, December 13. We will meet at 9 a.m. at Center Court, and we will enjoy an amazing day of all holiday traditions. I hope to see you there. Registrations are open. Bye-bye.
Hello, I'm Anna Smith, Managing Executive of FineMark Bank on the island. Join our investment professionals, Nick Waichaki, Alyssa Markovitz, and Dennis Lanfrey for our November event on Tuesday, November 18th at the Woodlands Game Room from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. A light continental breakfast will be provided. FineMark's professionals will discuss recent Fed rate hikes and those to come, tariff implications, job numbers and economic implications, asset allocation decisions, short and long-term concerns in the economy, what we are buying and what we are selling. How much risk are you taking in your portfolio? Remember, this is an interactive discussion, so please bring any questions that you may have. Please RSVP to 239-461-5999 or stop by the office on the island or email me at asmith@finemarkbank.com. We look forward to seeing you there.
Hi, Shell Point. I'm Kelly McBain, your Trivia Arts Center manager, and I'm here today with Chuck Ketteman and Warren Myers. Get ready for an evening of mystery, laughter, and wonder. We're thrilled to announce the 4th Big Illusionist show to the Trivia on Saturday evening, November 15th at 7 o'clock. Tickets are available now at the Trivia box office, but they're going fast.
Thanks, Kelly. You all are going to be amazed with the dazzling illusions, sleight of hand, and jaw-dropping feats in the show. The Illusionist Club is all about bringing joy to our audiences and learning a few tricks we can share with our grandkids and all the kids at heart.
We're pleased to perform throughout the Shell Point community, from assisted living to memory care, and even for the kids at the Heights Foundation. If you ever wanted to learn a few tricks for yourself or show them to your friends and family, join our club. We meet monthly on Tuesday afternoons starting in January. And remember to pick up your tickets now for the November 15th show. They're magically disappearing very fast.
And you never know, you might even learn to do a trick sometimes when coins just go away and reappear in people's ears.
We hope you'll join us here on November 15th at 7 o'clock. Come see us in the box office for your tickets today.
Welcome, Shell Point residents. This is our second annual Friendship Cup. It is hard to believe that we are back here again, celebrating our residents, celebrating our veterans that have served our great country, and then helping raise proceeds for Shell Point. This is such a great cause, and we're just so thankful for our residents coming together to be able to just celebrate each other.
It is a beautiful day right here at the Shell Point Golf Course, and we are so happy to be here to raise important funds. First, to honor our veterans with the Veteran Support Fund and also our Friendship Fund. The Friendship Fund is so essential to help our neighbors who, to no fault of their own, need financial assistance to stay right here at Shell Point. And this is all about how we come together and serve God and care for His people. And it's a beautiful day to do so. And we're looking forward to raising a lot of money and having a great fun day right here at Shell Point. So thank you to our partners and all of our residents and sponsors who make today possible.
The Friendship Cup is very important to everybody at Shell Point because it funds anybody that is in need of to continue living here. Additionally, the Cup funds any veterans programs that we might have that we need funds for.
We are so blessed to be here today and have the opportunity to sponsor the Friendship Cup here at Shell Point. And we know that freedom isn't free. And we're so thankful to have an opportunity to support our veterans and those who've served here at Shell Point, as well as the other important things that the Friendship Cup provides for residents here at Shell Point. So thankful to be here today, and it's wonderful to continue to have an ongoing partnership with Shell Point, which for us now has extended over 25 years. So thanks again.
We're so happy to be here to honor our veterans and to help Shell Point people.
This is a terrific event. We're happy to be here each year and hope it continues for many more years.
We're all Shell Point residents, and the four of us play together quite a bit, and when this event became available, we jumped at it because the worthy cause and the benefits that Legacy does and for the foundation is wonderful, and we're just thrilled to be able to participate.
Thank you, residents, for coming out. Thank you for participating, and happy Veterans Day.
Hi Shell Point, I'm Claire DeJoseph, one of the volunteers here at the Shell Point Gift Shop. Would like to welcome you today and take you on a little tour of the shop and show you what we have to offer. Come on in. So welcome to the Shell Point Gift Shop. For those of you who are new to the campus, or for those of you who haven't been in the shop for a while, I just want to take this opportunity to show you some of the items that we have for sale. All of our items are made by our resident artists. We have about 40 artists who are displaying in the shop. And what I love about the items that are for sale is it really highlights the creativity and the talent of our residents. So with the holidays coming, this is a great time to think about small hostess gifts or things for Christmas, or if you have a new neighbor that you want to welcome to your court, if they've just recently moved in and you want a little housewarming gift. So Thanksgiving, as you know, is just around the corner, and we have some cute little Thanksgiving autumnal items that are 3D. This particular one is an acorn, and we also have some turkey and some leaves, just some little decorative things. Christmas is coming down the pike, and we have a great assortment of boxed Christmas cards. And we also have some smaller packs of cards that are, if you want a smaller quantity. And we have cards that have been handmade by some of our resident artists as well. One of the things with the gift shop is that we have a great variety of items. We have things from the pottery studio, from the woodworking shop, from the glass studio, from the painter studio, as well as from the Quilters Guild. So you're going to find a really wonderful assortment of gifts. So here we have an assortment of handmade cards. They're note cards that are blank inside, and you can write your own note. We have things for children. We have some great, if you have grandchildren or great-grandchildren, we have some wonderful toys. I think this little giraffe is just so cute. I love the face on it. It's childproof, and it's also washable, which is really terrific when you have small children. We also have some small hostess gifts, or this could even be for you if you're going out for an event and you don't want to take a lot with you. This is a little wristlet that we have for sale. And a nice little thinking of you gift. If you have someone that is not feeling well or in the Larson, or if you just want to use it as a hostess gift, it's always wonderful. And of course, our ever popular scrubbies. These are dishwasher safe, and they come, they are great for a variety of uses. So we have, if you want some accessories, ladies, if you want some accessories, we have hand-painted silk scarves, we have jewelry, and also we have some wonderful items from our woodworkers. This is a particular piece that is hand carved. The detail on this is just really wonderful. It's just so detailed, and this was all done by hand. And then we have some other wood items, trays, serving trays, decorative pieces, toaster tongs. Our toaster tongs are always very popular. And great little gift as a hostess gift is a pot minder. If you have a pot that you don't want to boil over, you just put this on the edge of the pot, put your cover on it, and it keeps the pot from boiling over. So Shell Point, come in and see us. Would love to have you visit. We are open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 12. And we are here at this location through the end of the year, through December 30th, and then we'll be moving to another location on campus. And more news on that to come. Thanks for visiting today.
Hi, Shell Point. Jenny Walker here.
And Monica Tyson.
And we are standing in front of the beautiful Edison and Ford Estates here in Fort Myers. We are planning a holiday Susie Q cruise down the river to visit the Ford and Edison Estates. We're going to have dinner at Pincher's Restaurant. And this is a very important date. Tuesday, December 2nd is when this is going to take place. We're going to start at Pincher's and have a beautiful dinner, and then make our way over here to the Ford and Edison Estate.
So December 2nd is going to be a Tuesday. We will meet at 4 o'clock at the Susie Q dock. We will come to Pincher's, then to the Edison house, and we have a tour, a guided tour at 7 p.m. to take us around the house in all the states, and also to see all the beautiful lights. And it's going to be a great night to get us into the holiday spirit.
So mark your calendars. Tuesday, December 2nd, the boat's going to leave at 4 p.m. and we can't wait to take a holiday cruise with you and enjoy this fabulous estate.
I hope to see you there.
Don't forget, you can always catch the birthdays, anniversaries, memorials, and other announcements on Channel 12, where you will also find hours of additional Shell Point programming every day. Today we have a fitness session at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 6 p.m., a rebroadcast of the Veterans Day presentation at 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 8 p.m., a class about American Impressionists at 11 a.m., a program titled Bible Panorama at 3 p.m., and a presentation on the history of the bicycle airs at 7 p.m. All of this, of course, you can catch right here on Channel 12. Thank you for watching, everyone. Come on back on Monday for more news and fun here on Shell Point Today. Until then, we hope you stay well, stay happy, and of course, enjoy your weekend.